Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a video, another little like design video. So I've sped this up majorly, but the premise for today's video is kind of like that scene in the Polar Express where where Santa's like about to take off, and also kind of the idea of like approaching the North Pole from like, you know, I don't know, where it's like nature and just underdeveloped, and then like there's this like Christmas wonderland. So that's the thought for today's room. So I thought I'd kind of do excuse me, a decorating process while I still have the like snowy outdoors. So I'm starting off the way I always start off, where I go through my dock and I kind of just put anything that could be used in the room inside like place it into the room. Once I like kind of get through that, then I can like remove everything and start fresh and just have that all in my recent. And it also just allows me to see like what's in my dock, like what items I might have. Like I wasn't even thinking about a lot of these items until I saw them. And so yeah, it's just like a fun way to start off the process. So right now I'm putting in a lot of like outdoor items, and then kind of like cozy like Christmassy items, with a focus on outdoor, but I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do yet. You're gonna see me like really mess around with some different ideas of like maybe I'll have like buildings representing like Santa's workshop, or like a barn and it's like the sleigh's taking off from there, or maybe I'll use like those room dividers to kind of like make a like some sort of like border of a room. But yeah, let's get started. So I started off with this North Pole item, which is so cute. It's from like the Frozen theme that I think is retired, and then I had the idea of like kind of having that like Polar Express type train in the corner and just creating like a sort of like forced perspective, like that train is like far away and you can see the North Pole, like, just because it obviously isn't like exactly up to scale as the rest of the items. The next thing I usually do with decorating is go through and buy anything I think I might need. It's a little different with this room because there's not a ton of items that really fit. You can see I like went through the Frozen theme a bit, but there's not a ton of relevant items. There's not a lot of like outdoor winter items in particular, but I do come back and buy a fair amount of items. But that is usually the next process. So I was looking for some ways to fill in that little area at the bottom, and I just kind of went for like an ice barrier. I'm not sure how I feel. I think more rocky items would have been nice, but I didn't have a ton of them. Or like more different ones, because I didn't want to just keep using the same things. But yeah, I start putting in items. One item I was like certain about was the sleigh. I like the idea of like when you turn it around, it doesn't look like a bed, it just looks like Santa's sleigh ready to take off. I also thought about having like that PSI item for the baby reindeer to just kind of look like, they're about to take off and go into the northern lights, but it was just difficult to make that look like natural and not just like the way the PSI is designed. So here I am kind of messing around with like creating like buildings using those dividers, but I just didn't have a ton of room and I felt like it really limited me. I always like turning around items and just seeing like what I can do with it. But here I just started kind of trying to fill in these places. Not much, like, I was struggling, I will admit, to get this to work. And that's usually how rooms like this start, is I have to try things out. You have a vision and you just see how it's gonna go. So continuing to just like mess around here. I liked that because it kind of blocked the Northern Lights sort of like set look and made it look a little more natural. I'm still like looking at this being like, does this look good? That kind of blocked it, but yeah, it's just hard to get that to work, to make that blend. So I really messed around here, but then I started to fill in and make it, I think I gave up pretty soon on these buildings. You can see I did a big rework here, and I was like, ooh, I love the look of those, like, reindeer. It's funny because it's like, obviously there are reindeer pets, but this just looks like the reindeer, like, getting ready to go. And then I put those, big, like, peppermint candy canes, Jesus, just because I think they're so Christmassy and fun, and I just wanted it to look like over the top the North Pole, like all the crazy things they might have, super festive, but again, I couldn't really get like the right layout for it, so I was really struggling here, and you'll see me like messing around with everything, but I kind of started to make a a bit of a different vibe. This is where I started going for like the town square. So just kind of filling it in with Christmas trees and little Santa, again, to give that forced perspective of like, look down. Um, this was major. Now it looks like kind of like a big center stage and Santa's in the center. So then I just started filling in with Christmas trees. You can see I went back through my entire dock to find more of them because it's like I have a bunch of random ones and I thought it would look fun to just like have a bunch of different ones and just make it look really colorful and festive and fun. And those trees are really cute how they like glitter. Switched around some. That kind of I thought might make a nice border, but didn't really work. Honestly, I could have used that tree I like brought in and out, but okay. I'm like critiquing it. I used those Christmas barn theme to kind of create like stands I thought would be cute, like, you know, kind of like a Christmas market, but again to create that like city square type vibe. Just kind of fill in with some random little trees. And again, just experimenting with different things to kind of create that like a distinctness between like the city square and the nature around. Okay, then this drained my amount of money, which is so funny. So I decided, obviously, like it's a snow like ground cover, so I decided to buy a bunch of brick tiles to start creating like a stone like plaza sort of look. So this pretty much drained it. I did end up getting enough to fill the room, but oof, you see that go down quick there. So yeah, we're just kind of working through it, seeing how it goes. I will say that this creates an issue. I'm still deciding, like a pretty stark difference between the stone and then the snow. So I'm still working on like how I want to fill in that snow. It would be nice to have little like snowy like drifts, which I do think exist. I think I use them in other rooms is the issue, so I might go through some other rooms that I'm not like satisfied with and just see what is looking, you know, what the deal is there. But yeah, I'm not done with this room by any means. I'm still experimenting, but I think I'm happy with it. I'm gonna have to like look at the North Pole scene that I'm thinking of and see if I even like did any sort of justice to it. I don't think I did, but I thought like I do think I'm giving like the energy of it. Like, I don't know. I thought about using like these gingerbread houses to create like again still that forced perspective. Like, look at these tiny little houses and then we fly into the North Pole. So I do think I ended up doing that, but yeah, this is still like a big work in progress. I'm not sure about it. I need some more ground covers, some more like little accessories, and I think that'll make a big difference. But yeah, that'd be fun to do a little design video. I haven't done one in a while nor felt inspired, so that's what I did today. But yeah, that's all for now, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.